Afghan Resettlement in Texas. It's December 1st, 2025, and these are your headlines. More than $36 million in federal grants tied to Afghan refugee resettlement has flowed to Texas cities and counties since 2021. This funding comes under the Operation Allies Welcome program, which relocated over 76,000 Afghans to the U.S. following the Biden administration's withdrawal in Kabul. Many were admitted under humanitarian parole with limited vetting due to gaps in Afghan records. Concerns about security have grown after two Afghan parolees were recently arrested in separate violent incidents, one in Fort Worth for allegedly threatening a bomb attack in a TikTok video, and another in Washington, D.C. for shooting two National Guardsmen, killing one. Grant data shows Harris County received more than $13.7 million, Dallas County $5.7 million, Bexar County $5.1 million, Austin $4.7 million, and Tarrant County nearly $4 million. Smaller cities like Abilene, Amarillo, and Midland also received grants of up to $1 million. Texas has resettled tens of thousands of Afghan arrivals since 2021, mostly in Houston, Dallas, and Fort Worth. Democrats have formally dropped their lawsuit challenging the redistricting of Tarrant County's Commissioners Court precincts, handing Republicans a clear and final victory in a months-long legal battle. The map, which was approved along party lines back in June, shifts the five-member Commissioners Court from a 3-2 GOP majority to a 4-1 advantage. It will remain in effect for the 2026 primary elections and beyond. Plaintiff's attorney Chad Dunn filed the dismissal notice today, ending the case. Democrat-backed plaintiffs alleged Republicans deliberately redrew districts mid-decade to dilute minority voting power, while county attorneys countered that the changes were partisan gerrymandering, which is legally permissible. This is a major win for County Judge Tim O'Hare and the Public Interest Legal Foundation, which defended the county. O'Hare campaigned in 2022 on redrawing the lines to better reflect Tarrant County's conservative majority. The prior county leadership declined to alter boundaries following the 2020 census. Democrats tried to block the new map in court, but in September, a federal district judge denied the request for a preliminary injunction, and a 3-judge panel of the Fifth Circuit upheld that decision late October, finding the plaintiffs were unlikely to prevail on the merits. Judge O'Hare said the county's action was lawful and constitutional, and this dismissal confirms it. Precincts 2 and 4 are up for election in 2026.
What are the important things out there in Texas politics and Texas news that matter to you, and what can you do about it? That's what we want to bring you with the Luke Macias Show on a weekly basis for 20 to 30 minutes. That way you can get the information and go do something for the rest of your week. I look forward to coming to you every Wednesday.
With just 1 week remaining before the filing deadline, State Representative Gary VanDeaver has announced he will not run for re-election, ending a decade in the Texas House that included clashes with Governor Greg Abbott and a formal censure from the Republican Party of Texas. First elected in 2014, VanDeaver said his decision came after prayerful consideration with family and friends, and that he will continue serving through January of 2027. VanDeaver was one of just 2 Republicans to vote against Governor Abbott's school choice agenda. The other was former Speaker Dade Phelan, who has also announced that he is bowing out. After voting against school choice in 2023, VanDeaver faced a brutal primary fight when Abbott endorsed challenger Chris Spencer. VanDeaver survived. Spencer's now running again. VanDeaver was later censured by the Texas GOP in October for opposing school choice and violating core party principles. The censure allowed the party to actively campaign against him, but the state Republican Executive Committee stopped short of invoking a harsher ballot ban, which would have blocked him from running in a GOP primary at all. In his announcement, VanDeaver said he tried to serve through the lens of rural Texas and Northeast Texas priorities. The filing deadline is December 8th. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.